We have been watching right along Little White Oak, and what is the other area? Yeah, and White Oak, where water has gone outside of its bank and spilling onto I-10. So we're watching that, watching carefully that situation. We were watching in right around Westbury, Willow Water Hose, and it does appear that it was coming close to coming out of its bank, but it does appear now to be receding somewhat. But we're watching that very, very carefully. In respect to the Buffalo Bayou and the Maryland area, things appear to be holding and okay in that regard. But there are a number of bayous and creeks that have gone outside of its bank. We'll continue to watch that very carefully. Again, if there's any structural flooding, you see yourself in danger, don't hesitate to call 911. We have assets deployed all throughout.
You've been listening to Houston's Mayor Sylvester Turner briefing everyone on the latest situation in his city. That rescues are still unfolding and happening right now, and asking people to shelter in place and not get out there and travel. Kingwood High School that was flooded during Harvey, now taking on water. So this is a widespread situation in the Houston metro right now.
And shelter in place in part because there's really nowhere to go. In many places, many locations, a lot of streets, interstates are closed right now, and the flooding is still ongoing. It's possible more areas are going to flood. And as we look at the radar and we look at all of the different flash flood warnings, it's extensive from Houston, Galveston over to Beaumont.
Yeah, and this has just been extended now. The flash flood emergency that has been in place for Beaumont, for example, where we've been showing you those live rescues and the Coast Guard helicopters lifting. This has now been extended until 9:15 Central Time. So this really goes to show you that the rain is still coming down. Flood waters are expected to stay high and life-threatening at least until 9 o'clock for tonight. And here's why.
Now, a wet day is when you measure rain in inches. 1, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain is a very wet day. Rain is being measured in feet, and 42 inches, getting close to 43 inches of rain is mind-boggling. And then the extent of what we're looking about, 3 feet of rain, is amazing.
Yeah, and the coverage of that, right? From east of Beaumont all the way over towards Liberty, we were seeing those kind of numbers. Now, they're not official yet, by the way, right? But if they do verify, which we think they probably will, then this eclipses Tropical Storm Allison as being the 5th wettest tropical cyclone ever to make landfall into the U.S.
And this is a look at the enhanced satellite, and you get into the white colors here. That's where some of the taller clouds, which corresponds to the more intense rainfall, has been happening there from Houston on that I-10 corridor over to Beaumont. And now you see where the rain went, the heavy bands, and then you get it going this way. That's when things really got bad late last night and this morning. And what I don't like here is we're starting to see it pick back up again in that similar kind of west to east fashion with a slight tilt to it. So that's what I'm worried about here over the next several hours.
Right, it's all been kind of pushing southward. So flash flood emergency is still in effect here, including Conroe and Liberty. They were recording 5 to 6 inch rainfall rates per hour earlier. Harris County, they're saying as many as 500 to 1,000 water rescues have taken place here. And you can see those heavier returns just to the south of there.
All right, we're going to get back to some live reports from the field coming up after this.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
I wish I could shake your hand.
Granted. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
So there's your depression. You just want 5 o'clock to get here, because depression is multiple symptoms that can hold you back. Ugh, time for a change. And your doctor tells you about Chintellix, a prescription medicine for adults with depression. And there's this overall relief, sweet. And Chintellix had no significant impact on weight in clinical trials.
Tell your doctor right away if you have worsening depression, unusual changes in mood, behavior, or thoughts of suicide. Antidepressants can increase these in children, teens, and young adults. Do not take with MAOIs. Tell your doctor about your medications, including migraine, psychiatric, and depression medications, to avoid a potentially life-threatening condition. Increased risk of bleeding and bruising may occur, especially if taken with NSAID pain relievers, aspirin, or blood thinners. Manic episodes or vision problems may occur in some people, may cause low sodium levels. Common side effects include nausea, constipation, and vomiting.
This, just this.
Ask your doctor about changing to Trintellix.
Is that it?
That's the total.
You sure you beeped everything?
I beeped it all.
Did you beep this one?
Yeah, beeped it.
And you beeped this?
Beeped it.
Did you beat my pizza?
Actually, I booped that one.
Beep.
Let me get this straight. After a long day of hard work, you have to do more work? Every day you're nearly fried to a crisp professionally. Can someone turn on the AC? No? Oh, right. Because there isn't any. Here.
Automatically sort your expenses and save over 40 hours a month.
Without you, we wouldn't have electricity. Our hobby would be going to bed early.
You earned it. We're here to make sure you get it.
It's time to get yours.
QuickBooks, backing you.
NyQuil Severe gives you powerful relief for your worst cold and flu symptoms. On Sunday night and every night. NyQuil Severe, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold medicine.
If you haven't tried Taco Bell's Breakfast Crunch Wrap, filled with crispy bacon, scrambled eggs, and an entire hash brown, then consider this your wake-up call. Wake up to the Breakfast Crunch Wrap at Taco Bell. Order ahead and have it waiting.
When you have diabetes, dietary choices are crucial to help manage blood sugar, but it can be difficult to find a balanced solution. Try great-tasting Boost Glucose Control. The patented blend of protein, fat, and carbs is part of a balanced formula that's clinically shown to help manage blood sugar levels. In fact, it provides 60% more protein than the leading diabetes nutrition shake and contains only one carb choice. Enjoy the balanced nutrition of Boost Glucose Control as part of a healthy diet.
This is Kate.
Hey.
She takes 2 prescriptions. Kate's son Jack takes 1 too. Kate works hard and thought she had good insurance. But she still pays too much. That's no good. So Kate downloaded the GoodRx app. Now she can compare prescription prices to find the best discounts. She even beats her insurance price. Good for you, Kate. Good for you. GoodRx. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today.
We got one of those new purple mattresses, and it is amazing. You have to try it.
Oh, this doesn't feel like memory foam.
No.
This feels amazing.
Right?
What is it?
Actually, it's called Purple, and it's a completely unique comfort technology, meticulously designed to cradle and support the human body.
Cool.
For a limited time, choose a free Purple product with mattress purchase at purple.com/TV.
Join Liana Brackett.
And here we go.
Paul Goodlove.
If you like that, I got more on the way.
And Dr. Greg Postel.
New video just into the Weather Channel. Scenes like this playing out all across southeastern parts of Texas. Trucks ferrying people from their homes and from their vehicles in some cases due to the flooding rain from Imelda. This is in the Houston area. Look at all those people and how high that water is and how widespread it is, too. The Coast Guard has been involved doing aerial rescues.
In Houston and in Beaumont, but it is tough getting around in the Houston area, virtually impossible, if not impossible, in Beaumont. And you're looking again at a Coast Guard helicopter off in the distance and the ongoing flood efforts by boat, by large vehicle, and by people.
Hundreds of rescues have taken place today, if not more than 1,000 in the Harris County Flood Control District area, where meteorologist Jeff Linnard told us just a short time ago that those numbers just have been staggering. This is just one of many of those that have been taking place today, and Houston has already picked up more than 9 inches of rain just today alone.
And in Beaumont, similar vehicles to what we saw in Houston. And we also were hearing from KPRC where this video is coming from. We were looking in on some of the reporters there on the ongoing efforts here for people that have had to evacuate in the past because of Harvey and be rescued, I should say, more than evacuation. It's after the fact here, being rescued from the high water. And they're saying only call 911 if it is life-threatening.
That's right.
They have to prioritize.
Right, and people have been waiting. We heard from people earlier today that saw the water rising in their homes around 1 o'clock in the morning and didn't get out of that area until almost 12 hours later. But the problem is getting around as well as where do you go? Parts of Interstate 10 still shut down because of that, and a flash flood emergency remains in effect there.
We want to go back to Beaumont right now. That's where Robert Ray is. And Robert, what are you seeing now? You're in the water now, we see.
Yeah, I just want to give you guys perspective here. These two vehicles were stuck in this neighborhood, got stuck around 4 a.m. The gentleman who owns this truck was just here about 10 minutes ago talking to me, and he said that the water was above the window line, and the car actually started to float. So he got out of the vehicle. This is the first time he's come back to take a look. But yeah, so you could see, I mean, there's all around Beaumont, some of these neighborhoods that still have water. You'll see vehicles that are sitting out here, in this continued muck. But the reality is right now in Beaumont is that a lot of that water is receding, which is good. I just took a spin around many of the pockets that I could not drive around earlier today to see that much of this water, because the rain is dissipated, has started to recede. That's a great thing, and you're starting to see some actual life, people coming out and sort of assessing the damage. But this particular neighborhood, about half of it is underwater with submerged homes. Another gentleman who just walked by told me that his house has got 3 feet